moving to your right. Colgate in the all-whites moving right to left. Underway here at Andy Kerr Stadium. My name is Brendan Hodges, joined by Eric Malinowski. Eric, perfect day for some lacrosse. It's a game Colgate really wants to have. They're confident they can have, especially given the struggle they've had to start the season. They've been really close, though, to getting...
Just like that, it's 1-0 Navy.
Back to the Faceoff X we go. It was a area that, well, Thomas Colucci has excelled in early this year. A shot well over the bar. Colgate wins the race.
Had a chance to look up Xavier's football stats, and he started 5 games for the Mids football team. I believe rushing for 3 touchdowns and also passing for a couple as well. So not only a lacrosse star he's right here from New York State, and he was a football star as well, and he Navy's number 30, as that was Zach Snyder.
Yeah, the long stick getting a bit too aggressive there. He'll be sitting down for 1 minute. Colgate on the man up. Another aspect of this game they'd like to win. It is still Colucci going up against Anthony Ghobriel. And this time the face-off won by Navy. They are quick to get out of pressure. Colgate wants to provide. Pass through the legs, though, of a Navy attacker that time, and Mac Haley, he recovers.
And good defense leads to good offense, and that's what Colgate's been doing lately, Brendan, is you see the physical play and then being capped off by the great saves by Lacombe, and that has led to good looks on the offensive end. As
going into the second.
The senior from Orfield, Pennsylvania, tallying the 5th goal of the game for the Colgate Raiders.
Ball loose on the ground. It is picked up by Colgate.
Salvaggio coming in with 2 goals today, Brendan.
Late shot clock. I had asked him, what type of shots are you looking for, having watched a lot of basketball lately and heard coaches grading their team's shots and how good they are. I'm asking him, what type of shots do you want your team to get? And he says, well, it's interesting you asked that. Late in situations where you're going to need a guy.
Shot clock winding down, needed to pass it off, and then Connor able to make a couple moves, and with his rifle shot, the Rory rifle able to score.
It's been dominance from Colgate after that first little run from Navy. I'm not sure what you think has caused that, but Colgate has just looked a little faster. They've looked a little more aggressive all around today.
Yeah, absolutely, and they're winning.
I'll give it to him anywhere. I think he's taking that shot 100%.
With full confidence, and taking a look at Colgate's results so far, as you mentioned at the outset, Brendan, 0-3.
There was some footwork drills right there before the face-off. Cronk besting Ghobriel by the looks of it and tracking down the ground ball. Dropping it, though, was number 42, Michael Keeley.
And even though Ryan's coming off the bench of lacrosse to be played here.
This is Colucci on the face-off, able to push it back towards his own end. There's a fight for it on the ground. Sticks being hacked at it. It's scooped towards the team's areas, and some contact there. Ball goes to Navy.
Brendan kind of set the stage for the second quarter, and that momentum propelled into the second stanza where Colgate took that 10-2 lead, but now Navy on their second 2-0 run of the day, 10-4 Colgate.
Thomas Colucci winning the face-off himself, picking up the ground ball in a timeout taken by Colgate. With the draw between Ghobriel and Colucci. Ghobriel knocked to the turf. Colucci will look to run out the clock. He will do so. A dominant first career for him, really. And I'm looking for his career high in saves for a game. I haven't found it yet, as we are underway here in the second. In the back of the net went Navy. Ghobriel is out there against Colucci, and he wins another. Strong start for the midshipman, and Ghobriel going to goal himself. Denied by Lacombe. 10th, you can't resist, right?
And the most interesting thing I saw in the bio from Jack Turner, he served as the treasurer of the Ridge High School Disc Golf Club. So I love that. I love to take a deep dive into the bios.
You don't tend to think a guy who's 6'5", 185 is a disc golf guy.
That is goal number 10 on the season for Haley.
Cronk against Ghobriel at the X. And there's a wrestling match down there. The ball's still loose. And a whistle here from the officials as multiple bodies are on the turf. There's going to be a hold called against Navy. So Colgate will take over.
One goal here, but looking forward, and a couple of the guys are looking at us about the scoreboard.
Too quick of a start from Cronk. These kids are some of the best at really anything they do. And they're coming to a school with so many other kids who are the best of the best as well. You got to appreciate what they do and what their future holds. And the fact they get to play lacrosse on top of it, I'm sure they're really enjoying themselves as Colgate's pressure pays off on the face-off. And Colgate answering the goal from Navy with one of their own. And they win the face-off to boot through Colucci. Yates couldn't control it, but it ended up being controlled by Patty Elridge.
So I'll take your word for it that was a tremendous goal for the Raiders to go up 15-7, and the Raiders now winning the third quarter. They led by 7 at the half, now make it 8.
And here comes that Raider ride as another goalkeeper is in for Navy. They're 0 of 3. They've had one in each quarter, have not scored on either. Colgate has had to. They've scored on both. So there's a story of the game right there. Opportunities Colgate is getting, they are putting in the back of the net. Thus the score, 15-7, as Navy gets the first crack on offense here. A quick shot. They are a 1-2 punch now, aren't they? And that's not even mentioning Jack Turner has a goal. A new Fogo for Colgate here. Almost won the face-off straight up on Ghobriel. That was number 6, Brett Reynolds. And here comes that ride again, pressuring Navy down in their own end. The goalkeeper, Calabrese, working forward, dishes off to Jackson Bonnets, and now wide to the other side of the field for A.J. Hernandez.
It's just, it's kind of February too. Let's not leave February out of the conversation. That's Rubenstein's first goal of the season, Brendan.
Good for him. Ninth goal scorer for Colgate, as the face-off win will go to Brett Reynolds.
And then you have such a brutal Patriot League schedule. That's why it's such a tough schedule.
You talk about a tough schedule. If you look at who Navy has next, they'll be at home against number 10 Johns Hopkins. That is as good as it gets. I'm looking at those rankings right now. You have Loyola in the top 6.